Greetings everyone, it's IT2, and I have a little book haul today. I still was planning on going thrift shopping again before Christmas, because before Christmas and after Christmas is the best time, because people are getting gifts, they're getting rid of their old books to make room on their shelves for the new books. So I went around town and I got some stuff. Actually got these this morning in a different place. I got The Life of Pi, Yann Martel. I love the movie, so the book should be pretty good. I got Ken Follett's World Without End. This is the one I was needing, I think, in the Pillars of the Earth. I need to research that, I think. This is the series, I think each book is like 100 years' time takes place. Or maybe the whole series, it's like 100 years' time. Ken Follett and Greg Iles and Larry McMurtry. They're like three authors that I just heard about from Brian Lee Durfee's YouTube channel, and I haven't read any of them, but I collected like a lot of their books. I got a whole shelf full of like Greg Iles down here, and I got a whole shelf of Ken Follett in there. There's not really anybody else. Oh, maybe over there, Clive Cussler. I've read like one of his a long time ago, but I got a whole shelf of him. So yeah, this completes the trilogy. So now I've got all three of those. I think that's right. And I got The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck by Mark Manson. Counterintuitive approach to living a good life. I've heard this is good. We'll check it out. Anyway, I said like before Christmas, people dump their books. So apparently some girl was like a big collector of Cassandra Clare. What is this called? The Mortal Instruments. So I already had the first four, I think, of these, or first five. This is book 6. I think that completes the Mortal Instruments. City of Heavenly Fire. And then this is a different series called Dark Artifices. So this is book 2 and 3. Lord of Shadows. These covers are kind of foil. And then Queen of Air and Darkness. These are kind of girly books, but I don't know. They look, if they're this thick, it's like my boss said about answering multiple choice questions. If it's too long, it can't be wrong, right? So, then she also must have gotten rid of this whole trilogy. Chains of Gold, Chains of Iron, and Chains of Thorn. These are very girly looking. There's a woman on every cover, I think. Very thick, hard covers. Very good quality, though. Looks like she took good care of them. This one's got a lot of flowers on it. Yeah, it looks like brand new. These are like $25 retail books. I don't know when these were written. Shadow Hunters is what this whole series is called. I think it's all connected to the same world as the Mortal Instruments and the Dark Artifices. I think it's all the same world. Anyway, they also had like the first 3 of the Mortal Instruments I already had up there. So there was like 9-10 books that she dumped for Christmas. And then I got this one's very popular. Cormac McCarthy, Blood Meridian. This has a character in it called the Judge. Everybody says is one of the craziest characters in fiction. Before I left my old Discord channel about books, they were all talking about this and reading this. I didn't really like The Road the first time I read it, but now that I went back and looked at it again, it does look better than I remember. So, I don't know about Cormac McCarthy if I like him or not. And then I got John Green, An Abundance of Catherines. This is the guy that wrote Fault in Our Stars. And there was another one I just got the other day from John Green. So this is like my third book of his. 19 Catherines and Counting. Looks like it's about relationships, though, so I don't know if I'm going to like it or not. And then I got Sherilyn Kenyon, Invincible. I have Infinity, so this is like a duology, Chronicles of Nick. This one, look, got a Big Lots $3 tag on it. I got it for $2, so saved me $1. Apparently, I don't know if it's very good or not. Big Lots for $3, probably not. And then last but not least, I got this at Ollie's. And they also had a Stephen King one up there. It's like $10, I think. The Rise of the Dragon, the Illustrated History of the Targaryen Dynasty, Volume 1. There are going to be more of these? It's got an embossed dragon on the side. You can see the It's kind of raised up. This was like $7.99. Normal price $60, I think. Yeah, $79 in Canada. And it's got all these illustrations from Game of Thrones. Pretty dope book to just like have on a coffee table or put it on the top of. I think I'll put it up there where the deer is and just have it like that. It'll look pretty dope. I may end up getting the Stephen King one also. But that's it for this video. Oh, except for this book I read the first week of December. I was going to wait and like review it with the culture book that I'm reading right now, but it's taking longer than I thought. This is by Michael Blumlein. It was pretty good, but it was too short. It's about like in the future, people have figured out how to live longer. That's why it's called longer. And you can rejuvenate yourself when you get like 80 years old or however long you want to risk it. Like the longer you wait to rejuvenate yourself, you'll become young again. But the longer you wait, you could die before you get a chance to. So it's like the longer you wait, the better it'll work, and the more life you'll live. So like this man and woman are in space. They're married. His wife has done her second rejuvenation. Or maybe she just got her third one done. That's what it was. He had rejuvenated one time. Or yeah, she's on her third life or whatever. You get 3 lives. If you go for 4 lives, it pretty much kills you. But there's this one rich woman that got like a third one or whatever. She's on her 4th life, but it kind of fucked her up really bad. She's like in a wheelchair and she's like all deformed. But yeah, they're working on how to increase longevity. And him and his wife are in space. She's on her 3rd life. He's still on his 2nd life. So she's young and he's old. And there was this guy that was his best friend that she had cheated on him with. It's also a scientist. They need his opinion because there's this alien-looking organism on the side of an asteroid that they collected. So they're doing experiments on it. And so they have this guy come up and meet him. So his wife and the other guy, they're both on their 3rd life. So they're both younger. He's like an old man. His wife's like, why aren't you going to rejuve yourself? You need to do your 3rd rejuve or whatever so you can live. And he's like, I'm just considering it. But he's like, he's kind of talking himself into like just giving up and just dying. Because it's like the more you do it, the less meaning life has or something like that. He's got this whole philosophical thing about it. So then it kind of just ends where he decides not to get rejuved. And they can't figure out this alien if it's like living or not because it's kind of green and it's like not reacting to certain tests and they don't want to like they went in and finally touched it and stuff, but like I don't know. So anyway, the guy and his best friend and his wife, they leave to like let him die up there in space or something, and then he goes in and like experiments with the alien somehow, like more exposed where it could kill him. And then the guy that cheated on his wife, his best friend, it kind of ends with he's talking to his wife and he says like, did you hear what he did? And she's like, no, don't even tell me, I don't want to know about it. And he's like, no, it's not what you expected. And then she's like, I don't care, I don't want to know, just leave me alone. And like it ends like that. Like he never explains like what the guy did, if it was an alien or not. Like I don't know, just kind of ended. So like it should have been longer. That's why the title is probably called Longer. Anyway, that's it.